Hey, it's me here, Joel, and I went ahead and we've been talking about getting this turbo redone. And so what I did was I went ahead and I'm going to try to turn the camera around. I took off, we got the turbo taken off, and instead of just throwing the new one, the new turbine housing on, I decided while I have it all off and apart, I'm gonna take it over to Fort Wayne Diesel and then just have them basically look at the turbo itself, make sure everything is perfect, make sure, you know, nothing's loose and stuff like that, because rather than, you know, take it off, put it together, put it back on, and then have to do it again down the road, while that's off, might as well have them just look it over. It may or may not need anything, just maybe the turbo housing needs fixed up, but nonetheless, that's what I'm doing now. And then once I get that back on, we're going to mount the turbo back onto the first gen 92 Dodge Cummins. And then at that point, once I have the turbo on, then I'm excited because I also ordered, and I have it there waiting at the house, the pusher intake system. So we're going to hook it up to the, basically it's intercooled, our particular truck. And so we're going to hook it up there, and that's supposed to substantially increase, you know what I mean, the flow there, to be able to also help you to have better performance and just overall better, healthier engine with some good, efficient power. So nonetheless, excited about what's to come, but I just want to give you an idea of an update as far as what's happening. So as soon as we get this turbo dropped off, rebuilt, or you know, at least checked on, then we'll put it back together and give you an update at that point. All right, so I am now on my way to pick up that turbo finally. Those guys, I'm really confident they do good work. They've been super helpful up there at the diesel place. And they did say, you know, as I mentioned before, I took off that turbo because I wanted to beef it up some without causing too much strain to the tranny. And that 12 valve, I'm told, has a little bit of a limited, because it's the first gen, limited fuel pump issue. And so I wanted to beef it up, but I didn't want to cause too much damage or strain to the tranny itself or to any parts of the engine. So they're going to help me with that. As far as I understand, they're taking something in the inside to where it's, instead of like 12 millimeters, they're bumping it up to 14 millimeters. And he said just by doing that with those new injectors, that should give us quite the noticeable power increase. And so I think I'm going to be happy with that. I didn't have to take the turbo off and take it into those guys just to change out that turbo housing, but I thought since I had it off, might as well take it in and just have them look it over. And from what he just said on the phone, he said it was a good thing I did. Because he said something inside there was kind of seized up just a little bit, and he's like, it'd probably be fine for a little while, but eventually it was self-destruct. So he made it sound like it was a good thing just to go ahead and rebuild the whole thing. And so yeah, I'm hoping that was a good move, but nonetheless, it's taken off. We're getting ready to pick it up, and then I already called my other guy just close to our place, and they're going to try to go ahead and bolt it back on for me. Because we're going to try to head down and look over another 12 valve down about 2 hours south of us tonight. Anyway, we'll see what happens, but once we get that thing, I'll probably kind of go over a little bit more with you. But nonetheless, right now, we're just heading that way. So should be there in probably about 5-6 minutes.
And me, beats out chillin', I'm gone. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, beats out chillin', I'm gone. I sweat up on the brow, chillin' with the turtle. I told her what mama don't know, I won't hurt her, but I knew she was bad in the summertime. Yeah, but that's how it goes. 3 hours by the cold sand, sticking to her by that drop.
Okay guys, so we finally got this done. We finally got this in. This is the turbine housing right back here, and we finally got that in on the truck. And those of you who have been watching for the past few weeks, you guys know how, you know, we were putting in the injectors into the truck, ran into a problem. They sent us the wrong injectors, so we had to take those back, then get them swapped out, put the injectors in, and then we still couldn't get to the turbine housing. Our neighbor, he said he just didn't feel comfortable ripping that all apart. You know, if God forbid something goes wrong, he doesn't want to be like, you know, I messed up your truck sort of a thing. So that he just wanted to leave it alone. So we took it to somebody, and what all did they have to do to it? There ended up being something else I thought there was.
Well, what we wanted to do was we wanted a bigger turbo, but we didn't want to do something that's absolutely crazy with this truck. We want to kind of increase performance, but yet not destroy our transmission. So what we were going to do initially was we were just going to increase the turbine housing from, I believe it was 12 10 to 12 or 12 to 14, I can't remember at the top of my head. And so the problem that we found was I couldn't get this flipping thing off here. And so I ended up having to take it down the road to the local mechanic where they had it, basically they applied heat to it, they took it off, and then while I had it off, I went ahead and took in the whole turbo instead of just taking this apart, and then I had them rebuild the whole thing. And so now we have the bigger turbine housing, and then everything else is also basically brand new and just built up. And so yeah, we're pretty excited about it. We finally got it in. So now we got the injectors in, we got the turbo in, we got the pusher air intake system in. So we're super pumped about that. Got the new heater grid, basically because I destroyed it bringing off the other one. It's fine, but I thought I destroyed it, but it ended up being okay. But nonetheless, I just went ahead and put the new one on. So now we got this thing set up pretty good. So I'm excited.
Everything is running great. Everything's throttle response is even better. The boost is way better.
Yeah. You can feel you can feel a big change.
Oh yeah, it's definitely different with the pusher system, the injectors, and the turbine housing. Everything just rebuilt and just nice. You can definitely tell there's a big difference in performance just right off the throttle. So we're pretty excited about that now that it's all wrapped up. And I know you guys who saw the got new injectors for the Cummins, installing new injectors on the Cummins video. That was a while ago now, and finally got the turbine housing on. So that's something we've been waiting on quite a while. So much for just one afternoon getting everything wrapped up.
But it's only 4 bolts, right?
But it's only 4 bolts. So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're definitely going to enjoy the truck now that it's running a lot better with all these minor, horsepower mods and just performance upgrades, just to kind of bring the truck back to life a little bit better. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, leave a comment below, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Talking bands, I got it. Benjamins in my pocket. I traded my truth for some robins, and he's playing Batman, but he's gonna rob him. Yeah, I got the Glock in my robbery. 17 shots, no 38. Yeah, I got the Glock in my robbery. 17 shots, no 38.